Great. Welcome, everyone. It is Learning Chromebooks. This is July the 28th, and we have, I guess, about 34 people that came along to listen to what Huey and I have to say. I guess we're going to have to say something important, eh, Huey? You're muted. You're muted.
That's because you muted me. Yes.
Yeah,
we're going to have to try to give them some information.
Right.
They certainly are here to try to learn some information about Chromebooks.
There we go. There we go. So we have I think a good show for you today. As you, I guess we don't have to introduce ourselves. Everybody knows myself. I'm Ron Brown and Huey Popluck. I think we're okay with the intros. Do you want me to go through your extensive CV, Huey?
No, we're fine.
Okay. All right. So we had a meeting as of last meeting about a month ago. We had a long talk about the purpose and how we're going to format these meetings. So this is a little bit different today. I have a pre-recorded 15-minute segment on Chrome OS 103. I'm going to play now for you. Then we're going to have about a 15-minute, Q&A. If you have any questions about your Chromebook or anything, we can answer. Now, we did a little bit of that in the half hour preceding this. And then we're going to go over the news articles regarding Chromebooks and talk about the new current things about Chromebooks that particularly have been published in the last month. So we have that. So that's how we're going to see how that goes today and see if everybody's happy with that. I'm just going to start the video now. It's quite self-explanatory. And Murray, pay attention because this is exactly what you wanted. All right. We're going to share my screen. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. This is our Learning Chromebook series. And today we're going to talk about Chrome OS 103. But of course you can't see me. Where am I? I'm going to show you the fantastic new screencast feature in Chrome OS 103. We're going to make a video about Chrome OS 103 right from our Chromebook. So let's have a look at my screen here. I'm going to come down to the launcher, down to the left, and this is going to bring up the new Screencast app. So it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Today on Learning Chromebooks, we're going to be talking about Chrome OS 103. We're going to talk about 3 features today. The first is the awesome Screencast app that is now on your Chromebook. We're going to go into a lot of detail on how to use this. This is a great feature and available right now for you to use. Second of all, we're going to talk about recent photos. Recent photos is where you can actually take a picture on your phone and have it right on your Chromebook at the same time. That's pretty cool, eh? And then the last is going to be a feature which I am so excited about. This is called fast pairing. I won't be able to show you that specifically today, but this is a really great feature on pairing Bluetooth devices. We're going to talk all about that on this version of Learning Chrome OS 103. So let's get on with it. This is Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we make videos to help seniors understand technology and learn about Chromebooks. So if you want to be notified when we make new videos, just click that notification bell below and we'll send you a note when we make a new video. All right, let's get on with the 3 new features of Chrome OS 103. Let's look at the new Screencast feature in Chrome OS 103. Now, the first thing you need to know is that this is an app that is now on your Chromebook. So let's come down to the launcher. We're going to come down here to the left-hand side, and we're going to click this button. And now you're going to see the Screencast icon come up. This is the actual app that is on your Chromebook now. So as we come down, we'll see that this is actually the Screencast app that is on your Chromebook. So I would open that up, open it up, and then I would bookmark it to the shelf because you're probably going to be using it. This is very handy if you're doing any videos, you're doing any instructional videos, any educational work. you'll really want to use this app. All right, when you click the app, let's see what happens. This is going to bring you up into Screencast, and when you start this, there'll be a intro menu here, and you can see it again. If you come up to the three-dot menu here, you'll see there's a feature tour, there's getting in, getting started. So, and then of course these are some of the screencasts I've been doing, and this is up here to the left is the new screencast option. So let's have a look and see what we can do. We're going to click the Getting Started button. And as we click the Getting Started button, we'll now see that there's a welcome screen. There's the transcript tools, in which all the information that you're going to be dictating is going to be transcribed. You then can mark up your screencast, and you can also share the screencast with other people. So let's come up to the three-dot menu again, and we're going to click the three-dot menu, and what we're going to click is the feature tour. And now it brings up this menu, and it's going to record yourself, record your screen and yourself. So we're going to personalize this. So let's see what's going to happen. We'll click Next. We can get a transcript automatically. We can draw on the screen. We can collaborate and share with other people. So let's start a new screencast. So we're going to come up to the left-hand side here, and we're going to click Start a New Screencast. And here we have me. Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm looking at another screen because I'm recording this screen. So anyway, this is how it would look. Now, it says click anywhere to record a full screen. So anywhere along here we can click. So we're going to click this, and you get a countdown timer now. And here we are, we're recording. But we're recording, of course, we're recording me. In the bottom here, you'll be able to see me. Let's see. Hey, we can even move this around. That's pretty cool. We can even, if you want to sort of be seen up here, or you want to be seen over here, you can see my green screen in the background and some overhead lights. Pretty cool. So you can put yourself wherever you want. Okay, let's come back to the document that we had created earlier. Here is the what we were discussing. Google Chrome OS 103 has an awesome screencast feature. So we're going to come back now, and we're going to stop the screen recording. And you'll see that it's uploading this now to the cloud, and then it's going to process it. Here it is, uploading the files. And then it's going to process it, and we're going to be able to have a look at our screencast. You'll see that it's recording and processing here. Now remember, the cool part about this is that after we create this, it will create a transcript automatically of what we have created. You can mark it up, edit it, and put notes on the screen. And also you can share your screencast with other people. All this available on your Chromebook, Chrome OS 103. This is the Screencast app. So the next thing we're going to talk about is photo sharing. This is a really cool feature. Let me explain what it is. We're going to take a picture with our camera, with our phone, and it's automatically going to send the picture to our Chromebook. In the photo hub on our Chromebook, if we click on it, it'll download the picture right onto the Chromebook. This is a really neat feature. Let me show you how it works. So we now are in Settings under Connected Devices. Let's go to the top, and you're going to see Android phone, and we're going to go to Setup. So we're going to set this up now to my Pixel 6 phone. I accept and continue, and I'm going to put the password in here for my Google account. So as we enter the password, and then hit Done. All set, and we are done. That simple. Now what we see is we have our Pixel 6 phone enabled and connected to our Chromebook. Let's come up to the top. Let's come up to the top and click on the little caret there. And as we come down now, we'll see the phone hub is set up. Now as we come down, we'll see recent pictures notification. Let's set that up. We're going to click this, and it's going to be more productive when you connect your phone to your Chromebook. We're going to click allow. Now there will be a notification on your phone that you will have to go through, and you'll allow that notification. So once you allow that notification on your phone, then you are all done. Your phone and Chromebook are connected, and we will click Done. I should also note that Smart Lock is turned on now, so my phone can unlock my Chromebook. And we're going to click Done. And as I said, Smart Lock is now turned on. So there we have it. So let's take a picture and see how this works. Here's the picture of my Google mug next to my Chromebook. I've just taken this with my Pixel 6 camera. So let's see what happens on our Chromebook. So now we're going to come down to the bottom right, and we're going to click on the phone hub, just down here to the bottom right on the shelf, and we're going to click on the phone hub. And there we see in the phone hub the picture I just took with my phone. So let's click on this. When it's in the phone hub, it is in the cloud, so when I double clicked on it, you saw it was downloading to the tote. So now the picture is now downloaded in our downloads directory. Let's just go over that again. Here it is sitting in the phone hub. When I click it, it then downloads it right to the downloads directory. And let's come to downloads directory. Right here, click downloads. Here's the picture on my hard drive in the downloads directory. Pretty cool. Well, screencasting and photo sharing, two great features that you can now use on your Chromebook with Chrome OS 103. There's a third feature coming, but I can't show you this because it doesn't quite work yet. This is called fast pairing. Now I've talked about this on Tech for Senior, and I've talked about it on our show Tech for Senior Live. Fast pairing is a new way of using Bluetooth. Now, as you all know, when you want to connect a device using Bluetooth, you have to pair it. And this pairing process, whether it's earbuds, a Chromebook, or whatever you're pairing to your phone, requires this pairing process to go through. The problem with this is a bit like black magic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you have something paired, it won't pair another thing. You know where I'm going with this. You've all had this, this tearing out your hair experience. Well, this is all going to go away because this is going to be so neat. Google is bringing out a thing called fast pairing. And this is where you're going to pair your device to your account, not to a specific device. So for example, if I pair my new earbuds I'm getting to my phone, through the pairing process of Bluetooth, it will be paired to my account. So if I want to use these earbuds on my Chromebook, I just select them and it will be there. I don't have to go through another pairing process. In fact, I can use them now on any device I have that has my Google Chrome account on, so I don't have to go through that laborious pairing process. And that's why I bought my new Pixel Buds Pro that should be here by Friday. So in our next video, I'm going to have more to say on that. But fast pairing is a really big advance in the connecting of these devices. And it's going to allow easy access for pairing to your Chromebook, whether it's a mouse or earbuds or your phone. It's going to make things so easy to do. So I'm excited about talking about that, and we'll have more to say in another month. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors. This has been a Learning Chromebook series with Huey Popluck and Ron Brown. Don't forget to ring that bell. All right.
I just checked, and on my Flex computer, the Screencast is available, and I couldn't tell if the photograph pairing works. I've got to spend a little time concentrating on it and have my phone handy, which I don't, and see if I can make that work. But it looks like it will work on it as well. So even Flex will work. It'll work with those.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think there's some really cool features. Now, I know Chris is probably listening to this, and Chris is saying, gee whiz, if you take a picture with your Pixel 6, it's automatic, or whatever, as long as you have Google Photos turned on, it's going to go into the cloud automatically, right? And on your Chromebook, you just look at it, you can easily see it right in the cloud, and then download it back onto your Chromebook. So I mean, there's two circles you can go with this. But I thought it is that if you are using your Chromebook for creating content or something, and you're taking a picture, it's so cool because it can be right on your Chromebook and you can use it right away. You know, it is an interesting feature. So
did you see my comment in the? I just wonder. No, I absolutely see the use cases for having photos directly on your Chromebook. That's cool. But I wonder if you are using Google Photos, Android version anyway, on the Chromebook, I wonder if it's going to see that as a new photo and upload it and then get duplicate.
Well, yeah, the duplicate thing. I don't know. I don't know. You know,
I don't know. Maybe not. And most people don't have Google Photos automatically uploading from their Chromebook anyway, because you don't take pictures with your Chromebook. So
right, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Did you know about that feature, Chris? Did you know about that feature?
The photo thing? I'd read about it, but no, I hadn't seen it. Or yeah, that was a new one. Good.
There you go. See, there you go.
That's one thing with a Chromebook. When you're going out to buy one, if you're going to use it or you want to take pictures with it, you're going to have to look for a Chromebook that has the camera on the out that faces out. Most of them, you only get the camera facing you, and so it's difficult if you want to scan a picture. Scan a document and take a picture. By taking a picture of it, you got to hold it up in front of you and you can't see what it is on the screen. Where if you've got the camera on the other side, you could do that. So right. It's a feature that a lot of Chromebooks don't have, but some do.
So Huey, you mentioned Chrome OS Flex, and it's interesting. You have a computer now hooked up today. I think there might be a lot of interest in people having a look at what Flex is and on your Chromebook. Can you show us that today?
Sure. You want me to do it now, or?
Yeah, why don't you try it now? Why not? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So Huey's taken Chrome OS Flex. What are you running it on? It's not.
It was a cheap HP Windows computer that I tested Windows 11 on, and once Windows 11 came out and I switched on my regular PC, I said, well, this will be a good chance to try Flex on it. So let
Yeah, we'll have a look and see what Flex
Yeah.
looks like when he's running it. So this is actually on a old Windows PC, and he's put Chrome OS on there. So yeah, so it should. I'm interested. I'm interested to see how it all looks. It's sort of cool.
Let's see. Share. And my desktop. Let's see if you're seeing it. No, what did I do wrong?
Just click the desktop part when you want to share it.
Oh, I thought I did. All right. Share.
Click the desktop icon and then hit share.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I hit the wrong button.
Your your camera's off. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Flex. What I do, there's a couple of things I want to show you with the Flex. Yesterday it updated, or actually, yeah, yesterday it was, I did an update. And
Hey, it's pretty fast, eh?
oh yeah. You'll see it's now version 105. Well, it's a couple of versions ahead of the OS on a regular Chromebook.
Really?
But the only drawback to Flex over a regular Chromebook is the fact you don't have the Android apps. But we certainly have a number of apps to work with.
Right.
And like I said, what was it called? Screencast.
Screencast. There it is right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Quick tour,
Yeah, that's
learn
great.
more. No.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'd have to get started a new screencast.
Yeah. Yeah, your camera's not. You're not connected.
Yeah. Anyway, you can see that it would work. So
Yeah. Yeah.
like anything else, we've got all the Google items. I'm running. Obviously, I'm running Zoom on it.
Yeah.
And a few of the programs ported over that were Google Web Store, but not the Play Store.
Mm-hmm. So you made so just everyone knows, Huey made a great video about how to install Chrome OS Flex on an old PC. And if you are looking at maybe trying a Chromebook, or you want to make an extra Chromebook, and you've got an old PC sitting around, Huey's video is great, and it'll tell you how to install Chrome OS Flex on it. And bingo, you've got a Chromebook on your old PC.
Yeah. Now I have a out of date Chromebook that I was considering updating using Flex, and then I realized that a Chrome protects you so much that you can't overwrite easily the operating system. So in order to do that, there are some directions, but I didn't want to go through all those directions and follow that to get Flex on that computer, so I didn't do it. But it can be done, but it may or may not work when you're done with it.
So just to let everyone know what we're talking about here. We're talking about if you have a Chromebook that's out of date, could you add Flex onto the Chromebook and make it work? And the answer to that is maybe, and it's complicated. What we're really talking about is if you have an old PC that's not a Chromebook, then you can put Chrome OS Flex on it, and it's easy and it runs great.
Or a Mac.
Or oh yeah, that's right, a Mac. Right, yeah, that's cool. Stu, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to know, Huey, have you installed this on the old Windows machine, or is this running off the USB stick?
No, this was installed.
Okay. I haven't gone that far yet.
But you can't, and it's a good question so others understand that what you do is you make a USB stick out of it from your PC or from your Mac or whatever computer you have. You create the Flex operating system, and then you can either install it or just run it from that thumb drive.
Right.
So you don't even have to install it to see if it works. If it works, then go ahead and install it.
Right.
That's cool. Interesting. Very interesting. Excellent. Because I have a lot of old computers sitting around here. I'm certainly going to give that a try. Does anyone, so what we're planning on doing is Huey and I have a bunch of articles to go through now about Chromebooks. Does anyone have any questions about what we've talked about today? We're happy to, before we move on to looking at the articles that we have for you today. Jolyn, go ahead.
Yeah, there was a question about the video, the screen capture, not the screencast.
Okay, so right, so the screen capture is
I don't know what the system tray is called on the Chromebook.
Actually,
Okay.
I found it. What you do is you do Control, Shift, and then on the top row of keys, there's a little square rectangle with 2 bars on the side. Right?
Yeah.
If you push that up, it comes up with a little menu down on the bottom that tells you what you want. You can capture your screen or yourself or anything.
but here,
Exactly. Exactly.
let me just show you here. See if this works. Did I share my? What? Let's see. Do you want to share?
You have to move the little arrow from cancel to share.
Yeah.
It doesn't default to share.
Ah, come on, mouse. There we go. All right.
Yep.
So if you come down to the bottom here, okay, and
I don't think we could. Oh, there we go. Okay, good.
okay,
Yep.
you see here's screen capture right here.
I just click on the pen that's down in the bottom on the bottom row.
The pen.
Yes, right there, screen capture.
Okay, you can do it that way too.
Yeah, and if
I
you
don't
click
have
on
a
screen,
pen.
well, you can add it to. You can go in and you can add it to the.
Right. But if you don't have a pen, just come down to the clock here, click on the clock. And this brings you up right here. And this is the screen, but this is not the screencast. This is
No,
the
it's two
screen
different
capture.
things.
There's 2 different things. And now here, and I made a whole video about this as well. So here you can either select if you want to do an image, then you can do that, or you can take a video.
Yep.
And then you can choose either the whole thing or certain sections and so on and so forth. And this will save it for you. So that is the screen capture, and that works very well. I use it all the time on the because it captures it to the clipboard. So if you want to capture anything and just drop it into Gmail or something like that, this works really well for you. But that's not screencasting. Screencasting, which I showed you, is the Screencast app, and that will allow you to make videos, instructional videos. You'll see the video that I made there has, of course, you see me in the video, and that's what we call PIP, picture in picture. And so that's the ability that this screencasting application does. So it's pretty cool.
I also use screen capture all the time, and I don't have the little pen. How do I get the little pen? I want the little pen.
That's a good question. The little
I have
pen
the
is
same question.
I went into settings and added it.
I've
yeah, it's a stylus. It's called Stylus Tools, and
Thank
I think
you.
it's just an option. It's an option in the settings. Just go in there. It may be personal accessibility section, you know.
It might
and
be
just-
it might be under accessibility.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
my Chromebook came with a stylus, so if I take the stylus out of the case,
yes.
it automatically puts it there
oh
too.
yeah. I have the Pixelbook stylus, so I can.
Yeah, so that's why it's there automatically.
right.
And Ron, the other way to get to that screen capture is if you Control Shift. This is without using a mouse. If you use Control Shift and then up in the top row of buttons, there is one rectangle with 2 vertical bars to the right of it, and if you push that, then it'll come up with that screen capture thing at the bottom too.
Yeah, that's how I always used to do it before we got the screen capture.
It's easier just to click on the bottom right-hand side and it brings the menu up. It's right there. Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, Ron, screencasting, well, cast, that's to send it to a different device, like your TV or a monitor or whatever. That's
No.
screencast.
But they named the app Screencast.
Yeah, you missed the video, Bob. And
You missed the video. You were
And it
having
showed-
lunch, Bob. You were having lunch.
Yes, and it wasn't very good either.
Oh,
All right. Huey, should we go over the articles now?
Yeah, let me share my screen. What I did is, let's see here. Here. And bring up the articles. What I did is I went to our Facebook page and I just looked at every article that we posted for learning Chromebooks on Facebook and just made a list with links so we could get to them easily instead of spending the time and going through and looking all the ads on Facebook and so on. So the first one is on here. And by the way, I numbered them only, I had them as bullets and I changed it to numbers just so we could see how many articles we posted in the last month. And that was almost 30. In fact, it probably was 30. There were a few I didn't include in this list. But let's take a look at this one first. And what I do on Sundays on my meeting, what we do is we'll take this and we'll make it bigger and make it even bigger here.
Huey, while you're doing that, can I talk about this? Because this is an important
Sure.
one that and I'd like Chris's opinion on this because we're very fortunate of having Chris Goulda. He's a product expert on Google Photos. There's been a whole bunch of articles come out this week about this this new feature coming in Google Photos, and it's going to allow advanced video editing in Google Photos, specifically for people who are interested in TikTok or Google Shorts. And this is a new feature that they're going to be it's going to be initially offered on Chromebooks. And so you will go and you'll update the Google Photos app on your Chromebook, and it will and will be the first to get this new feature. Now, I just updated my Google Photos app on my Chromebook this morning, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff there, but I'm not sure if this is what they're talking about. Chris, do you have you got any thoughts on that? Or have you're sort of probably on the insider part of that. You probably know a lot more than I do.
No, this is the first, although I did see something go by on my experts group this morning about Chromebook, but I hadn't had a chance to look at it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that must be it, because that definitely looks new.
Yeah, and it's this is going to, and so the one of the big features of this, if you are a YouTube creator and you want to make a lot of shorts, this is going to format it in the shorts exactly what you need for shorts and allow you to edit it and put a bunch of, they're going to have a whole bunch of templates that you can add in and then automatically put it up into YouTube. I think this is going to be fantastic. I think this is really a cool idea. So, and we're going to get that on Chromebook. So I guess the word of the day is, if you, on your Chromebook today, go to the, just click the Play Store and, go to Google Photos and see if you need, you'll have the Google Photos app, I'm sure, on your Chromebook. But if it says update, which mine did this morning, and I update pretty regularly, click on that, you'll get the new update, and it does some cool stuff.
Mine said update too, and I did. And then where is the feature?
So if you go and open a video, Chris, well, what we're looking is, if you just open a video, there's a whole bunch of editing features in there that I don't think it was there before. I don't do a lot of editing in Google Photos, video editing, so I don't know, but it looks, there's export frame and a whole bunch of new things. I think they're new.
No, export frame's been there for.
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
This may not be.
So it's not creating a video, it's editing.
No,
okay.
It's the editing the video. And so we may, you may not, this may not be exactly what they're talking about in this article. There may be some more updates coming, but lots of cool stuff. And Chromebooks are going to get it first. Hey,
And it says in this article, for more powerful video editing, Google is working diligently to bring LumaFusion to Chrome OS. This powerful editor will give Chromebook users access to professional tools such as transitions, distortions, sound effects, and even color grading. For many users, Google Photos Movie Maker may be more than enough to create beautiful, shareable video content for a variety of use cases. We'll keep an eye out for these new Google Photos tools that are slated to arrive on Chrome OS this fall.
Mhm.
Uh,
I just put a video together that shows you how to create the movie, because you don't have to wait for Google to surprise you with one. You
Mhm.
can actually on your own decide, hey, I want to create a movie out of XYZ pictures, or do a collage, or to do a,
Right.
So
What's the
how do
next
you,
one?
how do you update the Google Photos? I've got it here on Play Store, but I don't see where you update it.
Does it say there's an so it did, if it doesn't say there's an update there, Murray, you've got the latest version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll tell you, it'll say update available, or I can't remember, but it'll tell you, okay?
Okay.
If there's
And then
nothing there.
it'll start doing the update when it's done. It wants you to reboot.
Yeah.
Mine did today, and I thought, well, maybe I'm going to get a 104, but it was just an update to 103, and it was the last set of numbers. It wasn't a big update, so it was probably just some fixes. But when it did the update, on my Flex machine, it went from 104 to 105.
so I just looked at the video editing tools on my updated Chromebook, and I don't see anything new.
Okay, so it's coming. So
I
that's
mean, there's a lot of stuff there that maybe people haven't noticed.
right. Well,
I
that's
mean,
me,
you
for
can-
example. Yeah, yeah.
You can crop and filters and markup and all that stuff, but
Right.
that's been around for over a year.
Shouldn't you
All
have
right.
that set for backup or not on the Chromebook?
Sorry, what?
Well, I mean, when I went to Photos, I guess it doesn't say anything about. I mean, it shows the library, but there's an option to say backup or backup, do not backup. I don't know which way it should be.
Do you take pictures with your Chromebook?
No.
Okay,
No.
then there's nothing to back up.
Right. Yeah. I think we'll move on. Do you want to do the soon Chromebook could be an LTE or 5G hotspot?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. But first, from the chat box, Mike Swift says, my Chrome OS Flex now works on my HP laptop. However, it does not detect Bluetooth nor the CD burner. No big deal. I was unable to install Flex on a USB key from my Windows 11 desktop. Worked fine from my wife's Windows 10 machine. I'm not sure why, because I did it on my Windows 11, so it does work apparently on some Windows. Now, soon your Chromebook will be able to be an LTE or a 5G hotspot. Let's go to that article. There it comes. And let me make that bigger and cut out all the ad stuff. Come on. Anyway, LTE is what you're basically doing is, if it's capable of it, your Chromebook would then connect to a cell tower besides Wi-Fi. And I am waiting for that to be available. So soon, apparently, it will either be an LTE or maybe 5G. LTE is 4G. And this is one of my must-haves on my next Chromebook. And I went looking this week to see if there are any Chromebooks available with LTE built in. There are some that they say they're available, but when you go to try to buy one, there is none available. And the reason I like it, I have an iPad that I bought many years ago that has that capability. And what it does, it's online wherever you are. So if you're, as long as you're not driving and you're in a car, if you want to use your Chromebook, you're going to be able to connect and use it to connect, because what you do is you end up adding it to your phone plan, and you'll end up with another. They give you actually a cell number, but you never use the number. It's just an automatic connection to a cell tower. So as you're moving around, it's going from cell tower to cell tower. So you're always online with it. And I would like to have that. And HP has one that's really, you can take the keyboard off and make it a tablet, which I think is ideal. But the LTE version is not available anywhere. It's not even from HP, although they do mention it, that it's a model that they have. But the articles I've been reading are saying that you're going to see later on this year, there will be more LTE models available. So they're moving towards that. So I don't know if it's a feature other people want, but it's one I want.
Sure. Just to let everyone know, the phone hub that I discussed today makes it very easy to use your phone's internet capability on your Chromebook. So it's very easy to access. So if you are having difficulty, you don't have a Chromebook that's going to have an LTE capability, it's very easy to use it with your with your phone. So if your phone has LTE, which most people do, and have it connected, then it's very easy to get that off your Chromebook.
Yeah. Now when I just switched from AT&T, which I used the hotspot on it quite often to connect my Chromebook wherever I was having difficulty with my T-Mobile. In all places, it wasn't a good signal. In some places it was, in other places it wasn't. And of course, when I really wanted to use it, it wasn't a good signal. But what a hotspot does, and you have to pay usually extra on your account to make it, to have a hotspot using your phone, but you just go into your settings under connections and see if there's a hotspot there. And if there is, you just set it up. It then creates a Wi-Fi account with a password, and then you find that Wi-Fi account on your Chromebook and immediately connect, and you're using your Wi-Fi using your phone as the hub.
You're still using data though, just enough.
Yeah, you're using your data plan. And that was one reason on the plan that I got, I made sure I had enough data, and I get 40 gigabytes of data a month from T-Mobile with no extra charge. And they told me for sure that they would not, I forgot what you call it, would not put it on so it would be slower at certain times, or if you were using a lot of it. They wouldn't throttle it. Okay, the next article here, 3 big changes coming to Chromebooks that add cohesion to the interface. Let's see what this is about. Again, these are from the Facebook links that are on our Learning Chromebook Facebook account.
Huey, that's different than the Tech for Senior account?
That's correct.
Okay. Could by chance you put the link in the chat for us?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Thank you, Ron.
So all of the changes we're going to highlight in this, there's a video, it's available with this link. There are features in the or UI enhancements, user interface enhancements that have been present in the beta developer and canary channels. Those are all the beta, different beta levels for testing of Chrome OS, generally hidden behind flags. But here are some of them. There's a productivity launcher. The Chrome OS productivity launcher is probably the longest running addition of the bunch, as it's been in the works for well over a year. So they test these things out pretty extensively on the different levels of beta until they make it as part of the operating system with Chrome OS 104 beta. So if you got we're on 103, so it's still being tested in 104. The productivity launcher is fully in place and ready to use without any setup or flags needed. And let's see what it says about it. They really don't go into much about it. Then there's a system tray, calendar, and notifications. And it's getting some new features finalized in version 104 as well. And usually these operating system updates are once a month. 103 came out a few weeks ago, right, Ron? I don't think it's been quite a month, but it's close to it. So we should be seeing 104 soon. The split clock date stamp setup is here along with an updated calendar widget that comes with a nice visual updates and animations. So on the other side of that system tray is the updated notification section that finally looks like it belongs in the Chrome OS. So there's some things going to happen in the looks of it in the next big update.
I think next month we're going to have a big section on the new features. I think there's going to be some big stuff happening in 104.
Yeah, you stole that doing the OS updates, and then when they made it once a month, you automatically have a video that you have built into our program every month. So I let you go ahead and do it without complaining because you like to do it so much. Yeah, the system tray is called a system tray. Somebody was asking, and Jolin made a comment about it, but the bar at the bottom, now I got to remember what it's called. They do call it something different other than the taskbar, and I'm having a
Shelf?
senior moment.
The
it
shelf.
a
It's
The
called
shelf,
the shelf.
the
It's called the
shelf.
Yeah,
The shelf, that's what it is.
Yep, the shelf. So the shelf is what would be a taskbar on Windows, and but the system tray is a system tray on both of them. So those are some of the features coming in 104.
In Windows 11, there is no system tray. The whole thing is one item.
It may,
Yes.
they may not call it that anymore, but to me, it will always be the system tray.
Correct. You and I both, but it's not called that anymore.
And this article is how to connect a Chromebook to Wi-Fi using Nearby Share. I've not tried this. Have you, Ron?
I did a video last month about it, Huey. I did
Okay.
a whole video on
I
it.
don't, I'm a senior. I don't remember from one month to the other.
If you want to, if you're interested, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you want to look at that, I did a whole video on Nearby Share in the last Chrome OS 102. So it works well, and watch the video. It works really well.
Yeah, and of course, you did mention it. I did a video on installing Flex, Chrome OS Flex, and I've had over 1,000 views already on it.
Yeah, it was a great video. It was a good video. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what our next article is. For people who are still looking for a Chromebook, this was a good article.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Again, let me
just mention to people again, I put in the chat our Facebook page. Now, you don't have to belong to Facebook. It's just that Facebook page is like a website. And if you just go there, you'll see all the articles that we publish. You can go there as often or as you want, and just go to that link and you'll see all the articles that we publish, and you can look at them. Between now and next month, we'll be just adding articles to that, and you can see where all the latest Chromebook articles are.
Yeah, whenever we see an article that looks halfway decent, we go ahead and add it. If it's about Chromebook, we add it to the Chromebook, the Learning Chromebook page. And we're not going to get to all of them today, and there's a list of about 40 of them or 30 of them that we added this month. So it's a good resource for you to go to see new articles about Chromebooks. because there are new articles all the time, but you got to go searching for them. You may not be part of the groups that that publicize them. Okay,
this-
so
this-
what to look.
This is a good article that just came out. Did you, or I can't remember if you were, maybe we both put it up there. But if you want to look, if you're thinking about looking for a new Chromebook, this gives you all the reasons why you might want a Chromebook. It's a good article.
Right. Right. And the contents are, what will you be using your computer, your Chromebook for? Like any computer, when you go to look for a new computer, whether it be a Chromebook or PC or a Mac, you want to first decide what you're going to use it for. And then if you use the Google services, what's your budget? You can get a really good Chromebook in the $300 to $500 range, and some of those are $700 and $800 Chromebooks on sale. So you want to watch the sales and decide what model you're looking for, and then wait a few months or a few weeks, whatever. Don't go out and buy the first one, but look and check, because a lot of times they go on sale, especially at Best Buy and some of the other places where you can buy Chromebooks. And then how long of a battery life do you need? Most of the Chromebooks, you're going to get 10 to 12 hours without recharging. And that is really a lot different than a PC. With a PC, you're lucky if you get 2 hours. What's your ideal display size and resolution? This is another thing. You can get a Chromebook from anywhere from around 9 to 10 inches up to 17 inches now. And then you can get them at various resolutions. A lot of them are like 1300 by 800, I think it is, something like that, or round numbers. Or you can get the 1920 by 1024 and even higher resolutions now for some of the bigger ones. And then how much RAM and storage do you need? Minimum, of course, is 4 gigabytes of RAM, but a lot of the newer Chromebooks, a step up from the bottom one is it will have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Some of them now are coming through with at least 16 gigabytes. And then how much storage do you need? Well, on a Chromebook, you don't need a lot because you're storing most of it out in the cloud, but you might find that 32 isn't going to be enough because you got to have your operating system too. So you might want to go to at least 64. 128 is probably a good starting point, but 64 in most cases should do you, especially if it has an additional SD card slot where you can put a 256 gig or even a 512 gig memory stick in there, or memory card in there, plus the storage you have out online. And then do you have a reliable internet connection? Because you do need, for most things you're going to do on a Chromebook, you do need internet. You don't need it all the time. You can create documents and you can create emails, but if you're going to send the email, or if you want to save that document out to the cloud, you've got to be connected to the internet. So when you do connect, it catches up and then does what it needs to do. So if you preset an email and you tell it to send, it sits there until you connect to the internet, then it sends it. So you can work offline, but you will need the internet to finalize what you're doing.
Chris,
And then
Chris
what
has a
port-
question. Chris,
Sure.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Chris.
just where on my Chromebook do I find how much RAM I have? I'm going to go into settings device and I see storage, but I don't see RAM.
I think you can see that. Let me just check here.
Look at
under-
diagnostics.
Diagnostic. Where's diagnostics? I'll search settings for
Search settings and it should come up.
diagnostics.
Okay, let me finish this article and then I'll go on to my Chromebook and we'll take a look.
Okay.
Ports do you need? What ports do you need? A lot of them are only coming with C ports, but then you can get an adapter or a dock of some sort and have all the ports that you need. And then they list in this article the best Chromebooks. You just have to follow. It's a good article to read, but let me go ahead and stop my share.
I'll share mine. I've got it.
Oh, okay, you got it?
I
Okay.
got it. I got it. Okay.
I did find it under diagnostics.
Well, yeah, let me just show everyone how to get there. So if you come over and you click the bottom right, come up to settings, okay? And down at the bottom, I always like everyone to know, clicking down at the bottom about, because this is how you manually update your system. Click here, and here it brings up, and you can check for updates. Of course, if I click on here, see if there's any updates. Nope, but here's the diagnostics menu right here. Click this.
I'm not
And-
seeing anything on the screen.
I am.
I
Yeah, I am.
I just have a big,
Yeah.
I have a big black box. Huh.
Here you go. So here's the battery, the CPU, and here's the memory. And here is,
Yep.
and here's the memory right here.
And I have 7.68 also.
Yeah,
Same
we
as-
can take
yeah.
8 gigs.
And there's also a pretty good app available. And let me, if I can go ahead and stop
Thank you.
share.
Okay.
And let me, actually, I think I've got it on both, but I'll go to my, go to my Chromebook, the desktop.
Oh, and while Huey's getting that, just to let everybody know, the other thing when you're considering a Chromebook, consider a Chrome box, because a Chrome box, of course, if you don't need a laptop, if you're not going to move it around and the device is just going to sit there, then a Chrome box is great. It's just a box with the Chrome OS on it, and then you can plug a keyboard, a mouse, and of course your monitor into it, and you don't need to spend all that money on a battery and that you're not going to use, and you may already have a monitor around, so you don't even need to have a great big huge monitor that you can plug into the Chrome box. So Chrome boxes are really a good option for many people.
Trying to remember what it's called.
Cog.
Cog.
There it
There
is.
it is.
Cog.
And I'm running it here, and you can see it tells how much and temperature, so it tells you some information about it. I've got an SD card in this machine of 124 gigabyte, so it's 128 gigabyte. And let's see, it's telling me what the CPU speed and so on, but I don't see if it tells me. Yeah, and down here, it gives me some more information. Oh, there it is, the memory.
4
And the memory
gigs.
usage. Well, it gives you quite a bit of information. And that's a free app that you can download. I can't remember if that was from the web store or from the Play Store. I don't know if I have it on my on the Flex machine or not. I don't think I do, but let me look. Well, you've got the screen back, I believe.
Right.
So
Yeah, we only
let
have a
me-
couple of minutes. We only have a couple of minutes
Yep.
left before. Does anyone have any questions? We've had today. This has been a different idea. We had we had a little bit of a presentation at the beginning. Then we had some information, and we're lucky to have some experts here today to help us. And then, of course, reviewing the articles today. So we're hoping that this format's going to work out a little bit better than before, because we just sort of running out of ideas on what we can do after 2 years. So this seems to be a better, I think, idea in what we can sort of look at things for the future. Go ahead, Dennis. Unmute yourself. Where did Dennis go? Hello, Dennis.
He's
He's
still
lowered it
muted.
down, but he's still mute. There we go.
I have this 82-year-old senior that I talked into buying a Chromebook, and she's been using it for months now, and she really loves it. But she's asking me questions about it and stumping me with things. She said she gets things in the mail, and they have QR codes, and she wants to know if she can somehow hold it up to her Chromebook and read QR codes. And
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure. And that's actually comes right back to exactly what I showed you on the it's in the camera app. I think it's on the camera app. And when you open up the camera app, it'll say scan QR code and it'll scan it for her. There's a
Actually,
camera.
the question shouldn't be, can you, but should you?
Yeah, I guess.
That's our security guy talking.
Yeah, but does that? Sorry, I'm not sure who answered the question. Does that answer your question?
Tennessee.
Let me look. I've never used the camera. Let me look for the camera. Is it
Yeah.
on my? Is it in my?
Well, here, let me
One of
just,
the apps. It's one of the apps on the.
let me just share my screen quickly, and I'll show you that.
Yeah, you can
Um,
search. You can search for an app. At the top, there's a spot, and I'm sure that's what
Search for
Ron's
camera.
going to show us. Yeah.
And then there's a little QR
Right.
code icon in the upper right.
That's right. So here's the camera app here on my shelf. Okay, when I click this,
You're seeing the guide. Oh, there we go. Okay.
right, and so here we are.
So now we're seeing you.
Right, but
Yeah,
there's
because
you see
it's
video,
Oh,
photo,
the
and
scan.
scan. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I
And so
got
you
it.
should just be able to take it here and just scan it.
And there's the QR code right there.
And here's
Yeah.
the QR code. Okay, Dennis, does that answer your question? There's the QR
Uh,
code right here.
Just
Okay.
say those instructions one more time. So you open up a camera app.
So the camera
and
app
we
will
click-
be in your apps drawer, okay? And it's the camera app, and it'll look like this. Do you see on my screen here? There's you see where my
Okay.
mouse is? You see, and then
Yes,
it'll
I
look
see
like
it.
that. And what I
Okay.
would do with her is get her to pin it to the shelf, okay? So it's always there. You don't want to go looking for it all the time, right? So just get her to pin it to the shelf. Right click on the app, and it'll say pin to shelf, and then it just stays there, okay? And when you click this, then you want to come up to the scan feature, okay? And then when you click the scan feature, then you'll see document or QR code. Just click the QR code. When you click that, you'll see the image brought up like we have in front of us here. And then she'll just hold the QR code up to that device.
Okay.
Now on mine, I don't have the scan option down at the bottom, but I have a little QR code icon in the upper right. Am I older or newer than you?
I don't know, Chris. I don't know.
But it's there. Either way, it's there, correct?
It's there. Yeah, it's definitely there.
Yeah. And I would imagine there's also a million QR code scanning apps for your Chromebook. You know, if you go to the Android store, you'll find tons of them. But it is built in.
Your
It is
video
built-
is frozen, Ron. There we go.
You know, if you go to the app store, you'll find tons of apps that will scan QR codes. But this is built in, so it'll work. It'll work fine. And of course, Google Photos has it in there, right, Chris?
Yes.
Yes. So give
Can I
Google
butt
Photos.
in? Can I butt in one more time?
Do it, Norbert. Yep, absolutely, Bob.
If it's built in, don't go looking for apps,
Mhm.
because sometimes you get apps that ask for permission people don't pay attention to, and they wind up with malware on their system. Okay.
Right.
If it's already there and it's part of the system, use it. If it's
Yes.
not there and you want to do something, then you have to look for an app.
Right.
Well, except with photos. And then you got to get the app for Google Photos rather than use the built-in, right, Bob?
That's correct.
Rod
But it's
has a
still
final
a
question.
Google. It's still a Google that you're using.
Rod, go ahead.
Oh, thanks. I use reminders on the iPad to give me an alarm to let me know when to do things. What do you suggest, or what is an equivalent on Chrome?
Well, the easiest one is to use the reminders that are built into the calendar. You'll have the Google Calendar on your Chromebook, and you can use they have extensive reminders in the Google Calendar.
Or simply say, hey, you know what word? I don't want to say the rest of it because
Hey, D.
it'll come up. So if you say, hey, G-O-O-G-L-E, then it'll come up and say, whatever you want to tell it. Remind me on Sunday that I have a meeting at 2:00. And it will remind you, provided the device is on.
Right.
What I had in mind was something where you didn't have to be connected up to the internet.
Google Calendar, you still don't have to be. You can do it offline, so it will sync when you go back. if you just put the reminder on Google Calendar, you can do it offline, and then it'll sync it back up to online when you're there. And the nice thing about Google Calendar, it'll sync to everything, including your it'll sync to your iPad or your iPhone. It'll sync to all those. So it's sort of one stop will work for everything.
I think, though, in order to do QR codes, you're going to have to be hooked up to the internet.
That's true. But I don't think, Rod, you were talking about just reminders, right?
Just reminders, yes.
Just reminders. And that would be, so my advice on that, particularly with the Chromebook, would be to use Google Calendar. And it's an app on your, or it's on your Chromebook, and you can use that. And there's a reminder feature in that. And there's tons of YouTube videos on how to use reminders in Google Calendar. So really easy if you haven't done it before. There's lots of videos out there to show you how to do that.
Okay,
It works
thanks.
very well.
I haven't done it. I'll give it a try. Thanks.
It works very well. And the nice thing in yours, you mentioned Apple stuff, it's cross-platform. So it works on it works on everything, right? So it's magic.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Hey, Huey, I think we've done it.
Yeah, I do too. On your Chromebook or on your PC, and probably on the Mac, I'm not sure. If you open up the chat and look down at the bottom right, there's 3 little dots. If you click the 3 little dots, it'll say save chat, and you can save all of the links that people, especially John, has added, and or Ron and other people, and questions and so on. So you can save the chat. On the PC, it will create a in your document folder, it'll create a Zoom folder, and then it'll have today's date, and it'll say learning Chromebooks, and it'll be a text file in there.
And of course,
where do you see the dots?
Open chat
I got chat open.
down at the very bottom.
At the
Right-hand
very
corner.
bottom.
There's 3 little
3
dots.
little
Very
dots
faint.
to the bottom right.
No, there's no dots.
Yes, there
At
are.
the very bottom, it says
Where it says two.
Where it says to
And then
everyone.
everyone, type message here, and
Right.
then
No,
to
And
the
to
right.
the right
but-
of that,
But
Nothing
to the right of to everyone, there's probably 3 little dots,
three
but
little
it's going to be hard to
buttons.
see.
there are 3 buttons. There's the document button, the emoji button, and the 3 dots.
No, there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
On the Chrome, it's just 3 dots. If you move your mouse to the right of where it says to everyone, there are 3 tiny little dots there. Just move
What
your mouse
operating
over
system
it.
is he using?
Yeah, what are you using?
Or which
I'm looking
version?
at I'm looking at my Chromebook, and I'm looking at my PC, and it's on both.
This
Is
is
it-
the HP Chromebook.
Which version of Zoom has he got?
Oh, are you using Flex?
If you're using the Android
No.
version of Zoom, you may not have the 3-dot option.
Exactly.
No, this is the one that a couple months ago you guys had told me to download the pwa.zoom.us/WC.
Yeah, that's the one you should
Should
have.
be it.
Let me share
There's
my
no
screen.
dot.
Let me share my screen real quick.
I was going to share mine, Huey. I got it here.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay, I'll cancel that.
If I could share, could you see mine? I don't know.
Oh, well, then we'll,
You're still scanning, Ron.
yeah, I know. It's in here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, let's come to the app. Oops.
Alt tab.
The Alt tab.
No. And then go to your Zoom.
Go to your Zoom. You just missed it. Oops.
One more.
There it
you
is.
go.
Okay.
Okay. Open your chat.
Open the chat.
It's the orange one.
And we'll come down. It's right here, these 3 little dots.
Yeah,
Click it.
nothing
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
mine.
Oh,
Click that, and there you got it.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have save in there.
I
though.
don't
It
have
doesn't.
those.
Yeah, it
Can't
doesn't
save
have
that,
save
though.
in there though. Okay. I didn't push the 3 dots. I just saw them. And
Okay.
it doesn't allow you to save them. All right.
I've
We
saved,
apologize.
I have saved the chat already. If you want to put your email in a private note to me, I will send you the text file.
And we'll have this video out later on today, as soon as Huey gets it to me.
Yeah, but the chats don't stay in it.
That's right.
No.
Right. So we'll have this out later on today and for everybody. So Huey, I think
Hope
we've
it's
done
been-
it.
Yeah, I hope it's been a good session for everybody. I know I had fun.
Yes, thank
We
you.
certainly,
Thank you.
we showed a lot and talked about a lot and kept it about Chrome OS.
Right.
Yeah, I learned some stuff. Thank you.
All right. Well, all right. We'll see everybody in a month. We're going to do this all again in one more month. Chrome OS 104 should be fun. We'll see how things go. Have fun with your Chromebook. Till next month. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you.
Don't forget to check the Facebook Learning Chromebooks.